Hey, good morning, guys.
So how was it, man? Were you in a fishing tournament? Where were you at? What kind of boat were you on? What were you fishing for? I'm curious.
Oh no, that was just a standard day of fishing out with Miles. Having some fun out there. Weather was nice, so just got out on the water, had some fun, caught some fish. Just a fun day down in Jupiter.
Man, what did you catch?
Well, it's actually kind of crazy. At least I saw something I'd never seen before on the water, and it was pretty neat. We weren't even 5 minutes out going fishing, and we rolled up on this massive bait ball of these glass minnows, and there was probably 1,000 fish busting through the surface to eat all these little minnows, sharks, mackerel. I mean, there was everything. So we just started casting. We were catching fish like crazy, and then it was almost like we were catching so many fish. We were like, okay, this kind of isn't fun anymore. It's too easy to catch these. Let's go try to do something a little bit more challenging. So then we moved on. But it honestly looked like something out of like National Geographic or something.
What was the biggest fish you caught?
We caught a ton of these mackerel. So we were catching these big Spanish mackerel, which I had never caught before. So it was pretty cool. Those things were flying around everywhere.
Are they good to eat, mackerel?
Yeah, I did eat it. I know some people have differing opinions on it, but according to Miles, I trust him. So he was like, anything you catch like fresh out of the ocean, most of the time is really good to eat, So my girlfriend actually cooked it up. It was delicious, and I was like, that's pretty good.
Man. Yeah, man, I need to get into fishing. I do. So most of the time you're letting all these fish go, but if it's a big one, you keep it and you eat it? Or do you just pick and choose what you want?
Well, it just depends on what's in season. There are some fish that are out of season that you can't keep, and some fish have to be certain lengths to keep. But most of the time, if it's the right, like a fish that's in season and, it's big enough to keep, we will keep it and eat it. Or, Miles will take it and give it to some family members or some friends or something like that. So we always make sure the fish are eaten, given away to somebody, or we just throw them back.
Send me a picture of
of
you with a fish, the biggest one you caught, if you have one. Can you do that?
I don't. I need to start taking some photos. I didn't take any photos last time.
No. See, I like that though. You go out, you're on a boat. You're
just having fun.
You're just having fun.
Be present. Live in the moment.
Exactly,
yes,
kids.
Yes,
damn right. Put that damn foot down or phone down. Good for you. Good for you.
So let me ask you a baseball question, right?
Okay.
And we are understanding that you love being part of the Cardinals, right? But you're up for arbitration, correct?
Yes.
And so arbitration, even if when you love the organization, right, can be an awkward thing. As Michael Wacha put it years ago, and we all love Wacha. You love Wacha. He said, hey, when you go into arbitration, they tell you it's nothing personal, and then you get in there, and it gets really personal. So what are your thoughts going into something like that?
Yeah, it definitely makes you realize that baseball is a business. I can understand it. I know a lot of players don't like going to court to face off with the team. I know a lot of players and teams try to settle outside of court to get a fair value, but sometimes if players feel like they are getting slighted, they go to court and make their case. I don't think players like it. I honestly don't think teams like doing it either, but you have to understand where both sides are coming from. They're just trying to, get what they feel is right. When that happens, you're going to make your case to the arbitrator to see how much you can get, so you're really going to highlight your best attributes and your best stats, and the team's going to try to get you for as cheap as they're going to get you. So they're going to try to undermine all your good stats and then explain why you're not such a good player and you shouldn't get paid that much. So obviously for me, it just is what it is. It's a part of the business.
I'm going to put you on the spot here, but do you think that they will use your participation in this show as a negative to get a lower price?
Or a positive?
Oh, now that's a tough one. I feel like I am pretty positive on the show, so I feel like my show stats have to be pretty good coming from here.
Yes.
I don't know if I have too many negative stats. Maybe I could be a little bit better of a speaker, so they could use that against me. I don't know.
I think you're great. I think it's a positive.
We all think you're great.
It's certainly a positive. Everybody loves you, dude.
We're going to text Mosaic. Yeah. And also, you can start negotiating through the media right now. Do you want to make your case why you should be worth $5 million next year?
I would love to do that, but I pay my agents a lot of money, and they're really good. So I'm gonna let them handle all that business.
Love it.
So what's it like for you? Even though this is on the horizon, you'll get through that. But obviously, this is perhaps the biggest offseason for the Cardinals, at least is in 25 years that I can remember. What's it like for you being on the sidelines, kind of waiting and seeing what you guys are going to have at your disposal?
Honestly, for us players, I don't feel like I don't feel any different this offseason. Now, obviously, you hear things in the media, you see things on, social media and whatever about, the Cardinals could get this guy or they're targeting this guy. That's all great, but it's all out of everybody's control. So we really have no control on who we sign. Obviously, it is exciting to see, if we bring in some big-time arms, that's going to be great for the team, great for the fans. And, obviously, whoever we bring in, I'm going to look forward to working with them.
So when you're talking about the offseason, I know it's still kind of early in the offseason, but do we got some guys that are hanging around or working on some new things? I know during January we always ask, is there a new pitch does somebody have? Does somebody got a new swing? I know is Jordan Walker down there already working on defense? What are you seeing with the guys and training and all that?
To be honest, I haven't been over to the complex to work out. I've been over at Cressy. So really the only Cardinals guy that's over there right now that I can think of off the top of my head is Packy Naughton. He's doing his rehab there. So he seems to be in good spirits, getting healthy, getting back to it. I've seen Brendan Donovan a little bit. I think his rehab's going well. I see him on, Instagram doing his workouts, throwing. I talked to him the other day. I think he's feeling pretty good. Obviously Miles is working out, getting back in shape. So that's definitely more of a January question once I start, heading over to the complex to catch guys and see guys on a more daily basis. But it looks like everybody's getting back into it, getting rolling, and, ready to attack the offseason.
So I think every team that is striving to be better has to use whatever leverage that they have to bring to bear. So you guys have Newt, who I know you're boys with, you're tight with, who was just in Japan doing a bunch of commercial stuff, and he's good friends with Yamamoto. I just saw that the moms are tight. How can we get Newt to make sure that Yamamoto is in the Cardinals starting rotation? And please, at this point, say something controversial that we can retweet.
Yeah, and Ohtani.
Yeah, I think we sent Newt over there for to be like an international spy. He's over there doing the dirty work behind the scenes to try to get Yamamoto. But no, I think obviously that's great that Newbar stays in touch with some of his teammates from the WBC, and at the end of the day, I guess all the players are kind of hoping that he has a little bit of sway with, possibly getting that guy to want to play for the Cardinals. So we'll see what happens.
So, kids, I'm thinking, because you mentioned WBC, last week we had this conversation about 23andMe, and you can look up, obviously, where you're from and your ancestors and all that. How can we get Andrew Knizner into the WBC? So is there some type of tie with a parent? I mean, could you be on Team United Kingdom? Could you be on Team Germany? What do we got here?
I honestly think I probably could play for the Czech Republic.
Yes.
Ooh.
We actually, here's a funny story. When I was at NC State, we scrimmaged the Czech Republic team. And they saw my last name and they were like, "Hey, what's your heritage? would you want to come play for us?
How about that?
So
Yes.
They actually, you know, who knows? I don't really know where my ancestry goes back to. I guess I could do one of those tests or something like that.
No, just lie about it.
Yeah, lie.
Yeah, just lie. Yeah, we could fudge it. You know, Knizner sounds check. You know, a bunch of
Throw an umlaut in there or something.
What's the rule? Is it your parents? I mean, what is? I'm not even joking. What's the rule on how you can play for a certain country? Does anybody know?
Listen, all I know is with Team Israel, you can say I saw the movie Yentl, and you qualify. No one laughed at that.
No, I liked it. I'm genuinely curious though, because I want you to play for Team Czechy.
Checky.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, we'll have to look into it.
Yeah.
So here's what I want to know. You're like, would you say that your best friend on the Cardinals is Newt?
He's definitely one of them, that's for sure.
So tell me a little bit about Newt, because there's a guy that fans absolutely love, right? He had some injuries last year. I think everyone that's fair about it knows the upside for this guy is through the roof, right? Tell us some stuff about Newt that we don't know that we might find interesting or possibly embarrassing for Newt.
Man, that's like
You got nothing?
that's a tough question. I mean, wow. Honestly, I don't even know where to begin. Maybe I can write some stuff down for next week.
How often do you text? How often do you text with him?
Well, you know what I try to do? At the end of the season, everybody kind of goes their separate ways. It's always nice to just let everybody disconnect. So I probably won't start reaching out back to guys, until probably about the holidays. I'll start reaching out. We are in a group chat, me, Carlson, Arenado, and Newt. So, we throw different, funny memes and things in there, and, we talk about certain stuff. But, everybody likes to, relax and, chill out right after the season. And then right around the holidays, it seems like our team group chat and everybody starts getting kind of ramped back up. So, that's probably when I'll start reaching out and checking in on guys and seeing how they're doing.
Well, Thanksgiving is coming around the corner, man. It's next week. Like, what do you do? Are you cooking? Are you going to your family's house? You staying in Florida? What do you got going?
I'll be staying in Florida. So my girlfriend's she has to work like a college basketball tournament like the day before and after Thanksgiving in Orlando. So I think we're just going to just drive over to her parents for the day, on Thanksgiving, have a little meal, and then I have some training set up over in Tampa to do that weekend. So, it's kind of like we're eating a quick dinner and then getting back to work. So, it'll be fun, but, not too much of a break.
Yeah, man. The less stress is the best. You know what I mean? You got all these people coming to your house. You got to put the turkey in. Is it going to be dry? Everybody's going to chirp you. Yeah, man. Less is the best. Hey, thanks for coming on, dude. We'll touch base next week.
See you, kids.
Sounds good, boys.
See you, homie.
See ya.
Andrew Knizner.
How would that go?
Fishing.
How would that go? He's in an arbitration hearing, and they go, well, we wonder about your commitment to the team because you have other interests, you're doing other things, and you're part of an awful, awful radio show, and they run a clip or something like that. They try to knock down what they're paying him.
Yeah, he's a pretty good spokesperson for the team and himself, though. Doesn't get himself into trouble at all.
You're right.
He's a pro.
He is. He knows how to do it. John Boy in Indiana, I think, is chirping Charlie a little bit on here.
Oh, shocking after his religious take.
Yeah, after your religious take.
Where I said that everyone needs to believe, because, by the way, I don't know if you know this, Cam, across the world and the country, everyone agrees on religion. And you can tell this now. No one ever fights over different religions.
Never been wars.
So what I'm saying is, whatever one person's opinion, that's definitely the rule.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Okay,
go ahead and chirp.
Congrats on your new relationship, dude. By the way, I was curious what Charlie meant in his response. Oh, I guess he's talking to you about the relationship. Okay.
Hold on. Never mind then. Hey, I love you. Never mind.
Wait, no. Was he talking to you about congratulations on a new relationship? Is that what he's saying to you?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I said,
I thought he was chirping Charlie.
I went on one date with her.
Is there a second coming?
At some point, I'm sure. Thanksgiving's next week, so that kind of delays things.
So he goes, by the way, I was curious what Charlie meant in his response to my text. Was his comment in reference to my text or Rapinoe's comment? Just curious. All right, now I'm confused.
When Charlie was talking about you can't treat your religion as fact, I think that was in reference to John Boyd, not in reference to Megan Rapinoe.
But I also said, we had this conversation last week before this whole Megan Rapinoe thing came out. We were joking about how, hey, you thank God when you hit a homer. You don't thank God when you strike out. I hope there's a God. I just don't think God probably cares about the sporting events. That's just my personal opinion. And I think sometimes I understand why people do this. But if there's a tragedy and somebody said, oh, God has a plan, to me also there's just tragedies. There's awful things that happen. There's terrible coincidences. You know, if someone gets hit by a car, I don't think necessarily that's because of a higher power. Sometimes somebody's just texting and driving. They shouldn't be. That's just me, though.
Mike from Oakville's not happy. Why do you guys interview a backup catcher on a non-playoff team in the offseason week after week? It's like talking to a random person on the street and asking him what he did last week. Who cares what Knizner is doing for Thanksgiving?
Terrible take.
Not exactly a random person on the street.
That's Mike from Oakville, who's usually pretty cool.
We only have
what do you want me to do?
We have about 3 guests a week. He's a regular. He's a Cardinals player. He's a great guy.
He's the captain of the team.
I mean, it's 15 minutes.
Through his fake captain.
We're just asking him how his fishing's
He's
doing.
got a shirt.
Jimmy asked him about arbitration. Like, you're not interested in that? Like, that's a big deal for. I mean, it's a big deal. He's going to arbitration.
I think it's a fair criticism if you want to criticize. To each their own.
I don't think it is.
I think he's a legitimate guest. He also happens to be very popular, funny, and glib, and an interesting guy.
Yeah.
But how can I'm mad about this now. I'm hopping
Get him,
mad.
Charlie. Get him.
I'm like Doug Vaughn. I'm hopping mad right now.
Yeah.
We have a baseball team in this town that everybody loves. There's only, 26 men on the roster? And we have one of them on the show every week. We have another former Cardinal who's in the Cardinals Hall of Fame on every week. We have Zombo. We only have about 3 guests per week. The rest of it, we just talk about crap. And you're gonna complain about the 45 minutes per week out of 15 hours that we do guests? Get out of here.
Sit down.
855-282-8255. What's your favorite dog breed?
There you go.
They're
Cold
also
piss now.
They're also good guests.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
that's what I'm saying. He plays for the Cardinals.
Zombo's fascinating. We have Matt Holliday a lot. And we have Kiz, who's an interesting guy, who's a member of the Cardinals. Talking some baseball, talking some fishing, talking newt.
What do you want us to get into, man? Mike from Oakville. What do you want to break down?
Cold, but hold on.
855-282-8255. Mike from Oakville. What'd you eat for breakfast this morning?
Power rankings NFL.
Cole.
Who's trending up?
I'm defending this show.
Who's trending up? Who's trending down? NFL.
No, I think he's chirping us.
Jaguars trending down.
No.
Let me look at your notes.
Yes, you are.
The Blues host the Lightning.
I'm defending this show.
Lions trending up. Detroit Lions trending up.
Cities Parker's running up for an MLS award. Oh, cool. Mizzou quietly beats SIUE in second half.
Great game.
Should we break that down?
What sport are we talking about?
It's basketball.
Yeah,
Should we break that down?
Yes, we will.
Hold on, Cole.
No.
No. Let me ask you.
You are intentionally misreading this.
No. I've seen this before with you.
This is intentional. No,
Cole.
I'm defending this show. Mike from Oakville, what do you want us to talk about?
He was actually this time.
Mike from Oakville, what do you want us to talk about?
Cole, am I wrong? Just hear me out.
Yes. Go to break.
Here's what I think. I think it was
590 The Fan, always on.
I think it was a camouflage grievance that we were talking dogs because you were like, what's your favorite dog breed? I think that chafed you a little bit.
No, I love dogs. I love animals. I love pets. I just think that we did that topic for a while, and then we got to this, the interview with Kiz, and then I was shocked that he was upset with it. It's like, what do you want us to talk about?
Right.
Okay. Now I'm starting to get you.
The other topic ran its course. Do you want us to get back to that?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what his problem was.
You have to reset the top topics of the day at the top of the hour. So, yes, every time top of the hour, you reset the dog conversation.
We can.
We talked about Cocaine Gate. We talked about Megan Rapinoe.
We
broke down that football game.
Hey, radio philosophy. Every hour has different listeners. We could recycle the 7 o'clock hour into the 9 o'clock hour.
I know.
That's not fun.
I know.
We got trivia coming up.
But let me ask you
this. We do the Colin Cowherd where he does the same monologue twice.
I enjoy college basketball a lot, but I'm not into it yet. So, like, the early season games don't.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm going to watch Mizzou. I think it's going to be a struggle unless they get that draft pick, that recruit Quintance, the big man, who might be like the top big man available.
I think
apparently,
he's like 4th overall in the country.
Aren't they supposed to announce Wednesday? He's down to 2, and Mizzou is one of them.
Yeah.
I'm watching that. I care. But early in the season, I'm not watching, so I'm not going to break down.
It's not like
Mizzou's
college
game.
football where if they lose a game, it's like that big of a
GMAS,
deal.
come on, dude.
Yeah, GMAS thinks that he thought that we went to break and we're still talking. No,
No.
We're talking to each other.
Charlie was
That's
fooling
good,
around.
actually.
Charlie was fooling around.
That's when you know.
Nope.
Like, it's
You should know because we'd be swearing, we'd be saying
yeah.
inappropriate things,
Yeah.
we'd all be fired.
Yeah, dude, I got to say, there's some close calls. As soon as Cam throws it to break, there's some off-air conversations, and I got to, jump on the board immediately.
The other day,
We need like a 3-second. No, we need like a 3-second buffer.
Thanks a lot, Cam.
what did I
With
do?
your dirty, with your
No.
dirty
What
mind.
did I do?
No, not you, him.
Oh,
the other day, we Cam and I came in. We're here early for a meeting, the only ones, and of
The only
course
ones that want to be here to participate in that.
So we talked about Megan Rapinoe, of course, and then,
we know.
and then Tucker, and
I
then
miss him so much.
and then
Megan and Harry, LeBron.
and then
who
we-
else is on the list?
John Hadley.
and then he showed
Hadley.
me, and then Cam showed me his new Ben Shapiro jersey that he bought that
did.
he's afraid to wear publicly,
In a helmet.
And then he's like, "Are we on the air?" Because you thought there was. Oh, the light was on. The on-air
the
light.
all-air light was
Yeah.
on. That we came in here one time, and I'm like, "Damn, can they hear us?"
This was recently.
Yeah.
One of the microphones was on,
Yeah.
but it was potted all
It
the
was
way
potted down.
Potted down.
So nothing went out over the air.
All I'm saying is Cole is a very, very ambitious young man, and if Cole wants to take someone's chair, all he has to do is leave that mic hot during a commercial break, and all of a sudden Cole's the host.
No, that falls on me. It doesn't fall on you guys.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, it depends
You
on what
leave-
you
No,
say.
no.
Oh, really?
No.
It
Okay,
depends.
not
you leave the
follow
mic
you.
on. I say something that gets me fired. Oh, no, it's okay. Cole left the mic
Yeah.
on. No,
Yeah,
I'm
are you
fired.
out of
Although
your
Dave
mind?
Zobrist wouldn't fire us unless it was something that was
You-
Well, it depends.
so crazy.
They're going to give me a break if I say something stupid. They're going to go after you. I don't think so.
Would it just be a swear word or actually
What if I said something awful?
airing out somebody else's dirty laundry?
What if I said something? Let's just hypothetically. I said something racist. I
Oh,
said something. I
Charlie.
said a slur.
Oh God!
Now I'd never do that. Let's say I did that, and it was on the air. You think, oh, I'm sorry, guys. Hey, I said a racial slur, but it was because Cole left the mic open, so it's
Exactly.
all good. No,
Exactly, dude.
And for the record, you wouldn't say a racial slur.
I
Yeah.
just said that.
I didn't even entertain
The word
that.
hypothetical, just so everybody knows,
I've never
means it's
seen
not real.
Charlie.
I was trying to show you support.
I don't need your support.
Who-
Because the truth is, he says racial stuff all the time.
It's very
that better?
uncomfortable.
Well, we have racial humor
True
on
that.
this show.
Especially on Wednesdays.
I mean, we honestly, we kind of that's what we do.
That's what we do.
With Tuna,
That's what we do.
with Whitener, with other races.
I'm mad at Matty White.
I made a good Yentl joke and no one laughed, so I think you're
I
all
laughed.
racist. I think you're all racist.
I laughed at that.
You're all racist.
Can I bring this up though? Because I think this is interesting. I actually looked up the rules of the WBC, and it seems like you do need either the parent to have lived there or be a citizen, or you're a citizen yourself. You apply for a passport, blah 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 blah. But with Israel, you can convert to be Jewish. So is that different? Could I? Because
what I'm gonna
obviously
do.
I could convert to Judaism right now.
Let's
could
do
I
it.
then play? No, I'm just saying. Legally, could I play for the WBC Team Israel if I just converted to Judaism?
What do you like I know?
I don't know.
Because I'm Jewish, I know the rules of Team Israel.
you should.
That seemed racist.
I'll call
that
David
seemed
Solomon.
I
racist.
think
See if
you're
he
right on
knows.
that.
Is that
A little
racist?
I
uncomfortable.
think. Are you,
Would that
you okay?
would that be racist?
religious.
Let's
I
turn.
don't know the
let's
rules.
turn to Judaism, dude. Although
I said at the end of my
it's a little
life,
scary now.
I'm going to hedge my bets. I will be all the religions at the end.
I don't know.
I don't know.
You may want to wait this one out, Cam.
I don't know.